Final race on the programme then, race number 10. It's the highest class of the afternoon as well. A Class 2 over the 1,400 metres. High-class field here, headed by California Whip, fourth behind Mongolian King last time out. Hank's Decision out of that race as well. He finished 6th. Encounter was 10th. Mongolian King, the winner, got a 6-point rise. Jolly Jolly chased home Season's Bloom last season. That did Keen Venture on his final start. Baba Mama also coming out of the Mongolian King race. Citron Spirit, Joyful Moments, Rickfield, all go up in class.
All right, pace of the race. This is a variable one for me. I mean, Joyful Moments could jump forward. California Whip's drawn 8. He might get across to the rail first. Solar Hey Hey might race handy. The interesting runner really is Jolly Jolly. He's drawn 14. He's tactically versatile. Does he go forward? Does he go back? Or does he sit out there 3 deep, potentially 4 deep? It's a real question mark. I'm not quite sure. I think he might travel forward.
Yeah, that's how he won his race fresh up last year, wasn't it? Here's Mongolian King, you know, he's come on nicely from his debut run and obviously for the season, and obviously won it. And he's improved. He looks good. Jack Wong's aboard for this piece, and Healthy Joyful's the other one we'll look at. He's another one that's been working quite nicely. He didn't have all the favours in his last start as well. Jack Wong giving him a nice workout down the back straight for Healthy Joyful. We can see him down there. So there are a couple of bits there, and Rickfield was the other one. Now, you can see Rickfield here is very keen. He's the last start winner over longer. He's going to come into this race fresh. I think he'll need a longer trip, but he's now rated 81. He comes in with a lightweight, and here's his 2 pieces. You can see he's really keen to get on with the job. So he's another one that seems to have improved on the off-season.
His trial at the Valley was terrific as well. But as Paul said, possibly a bit further. But he has drawn 1. Who knows? They might try and kick up and get a forward spot, but he looks to be going well.
Yeah. All right, we'll have a look at that win at Happy Valley in a moment or so. Let's start off with Jolly Jolly, though. We saw him there in track work. His jockey is Zach Purton.
Jolly Jolly, Zach. Very consistent horse. The draw looks tough for you, though. Yeah, this horse, unfortunately, is plagued with some ordinary draws at times, and he's got another one here, but as you touched on, he's honest, and we know that he's going to give us his best. It's just a matter of getting the right run in the race for him. Would you prefer to go forward or back with him? You know, I haven't decided that yet. His race is a later race in the day and gives me plenty of time to see what's going on. And just with him too, you've done a lot of work with him throughout his career. Have you noticed any changes with him as time has gone on? You know, only that Paul's had to patch him up more and more. He hasn't got the best bones, and he can be quite a difficult horse to keep sound at times. So Paul's done a great job to get him this far, and you know, hopefully he can just keep his wheels nice and oiled for a little bit longer.
Yeah, barrier 14's got to be awkward, hasn't he? But a horse with a lot of ability. Let's have a look at this Mongolian King race, because so many horses coming out of this. He, of course, came out on top, Mongolian King, a little bit wayward down the straight, but a hatful of others that reoppose.
Baba Mama's revved up, coming deep. Green Dispatch and Happy Agility. Alma Baby cornered in front. Lucky Girl. California Whip striding up. Consort back of the speed. Encounter 1 paced. Healthy Joyful. Solar Hey Hey. Hank's Decision. Mongolian King and Baba Mama steaming down the middle. California Whip took it up. Alma Baby. Mongolian King sweeping to him. Out wide Baba Mama. Mongolian King all over the place. Baba Mama trying to reach him. Solar Hey Hey. Mongolian King's got them covered. Mongolian King from Baba Mama, possibly over.
It's a good effort, forgetting about his path down the straight. Gets a turnaround. Everyone gets a turnaround, though, at the weights with him. They
do, but I still think he might have a little bit in reserve rating-wise. He's really come a fair way in the last sort of 6 months, and you know, good efforts from the 2nd and 3rd horse there, but I just wonder whether or not there might still be a bit more improvement in him.
I think there is, and Me Choi can get these horses, Shamal, Adventurer, different type of horses, but once he gets them up and running, they can win them in a row, and I think Mongolian King's that type of horse that can win again.
All right, so want to be included for sure. This is the Rickfield race we're talking about at Happy Valley. Picked up the pieces after a frantic early pace.
He did, and look, this is 1,800 metres. Now, Rickfield has, as I mentioned with that track work, gone pretty well this season, but I still think this is going to be too short for him. On a rating of 81, we'll see how he goes, but once he gets up to the longer distances, I'll be really interested in him. Yeah,
the Sha-Tin record as well, 6 starts, never been in the first 4. That doesn't read well, but the horse, if you go back and have a look at that trial at the Valley, is going well. But yes, the course probably and the distance not right for him.
All right, speaking of trials, Citron Spirit, what did you make of this?
I like him as a horse, actually. He can be a little sluggish out of the gates, but he's got a decent enough engine. He comes in here with a lightweight and a good barrier. He's won first up before. Chad Schofield aboard in this trial. He'll ride. I'm not sure he can win it. I think there's a little more talent around to suggest that he could win it, but he could run a good placing for me.
You can't tell much out of that trial. It was just a quiet trial. He looked a bit hot, if anything, as well.
Right, OK. So he's maybe a question mark if you're going wide in the last. Tough race, Paul, to finish.
It is, but I think Mongolian King's got rating points in hand, and I think he can win again. So I'll get him on top for the beat Jolly Jolly. Now, he goes well fresh. He can go forward, but he can also come from the back. Baba Mama's been going really well. And California Whip will come on from his debut run this season. He was in front with 200 to go in that race. So 6, 8, 10, 1, but I'd be backing 6 to win again.
Yeah, I'm with you, Paul. I think Mongolian King's got a little bit in reserve, and I think Baba Mama's probably the testing material. I don't mind that queue, actually, 6 and 10. I agree California Whip is the horse that could improve a little bit going in second up. He was gelded in the off-season. Is that right? Or am I confusing him with another? Anyway, I've got him in for third. I'll look that up. And Citron Spirit, as I mentioned, just want to throw him in because I like him. I think he's got some talent. With a lightweight in this class, he can be competitive.
Yeah, well, I've got two very similar numbers as well, but I think Baba Mama's going to be very hard to hold out with that turnaround of the weights. As far as the stats are concerned for the programme, it's Richard Gibson and Chad Schofield we're honing in on, Paul.
Yeah, they've got a good first three rate, 50%. So they've had 22 runners since the 16-17 season, 3 wins, a lot of seconds, 6 seconds, 2 thirds. They've got a couple of, they team up with a couple of all-use, Need and No.
All you need to know, Paul.
Exactly. And so this is All You Need's stats. You know, he's had the 4 starts, 1-1. He's up against Master Albert, but I think he can still run pretty well.
All right, California Whip, yeah, back in May, 22nd.
Yeah.
Under the knife. Confirmed. Best bet, Paul?
Red Elise for me, it's a tricky card, but I think Red Elise, with that really fast sectional last time, has improved in the off-season, and he can be the best bet. With the Judge, only had the 4 starts here in Hong Kong, but it's gone okay. Tommy Berry aboard from a low draw on the all-weather. Player of the day, we'll go in that race. We'll take the Painter here, winning Van Gogh, with Giant Turtle and the Judge all boxed up in QQPs. How was that?
Lovely, Paul. Love your work. Master Albert for me, 7-6, rolls forward outside the leader, too good. I think he'll start progressing now. My long shot now, Great Sky Race 2, number 11, the old 9-year-old, but I'd be having something each way on All You Know earlier on as well, that first starter, if his price holds up. And then on Race 2, Fantastic Fabio the Banker in a trio with a fast one, Happy Sound, Oriental Fantasia, and my long shot, Great Sky.
Yeah, I like Fantastic Fabio a lot, in actual fact. The best, though, we're going with Vincent. Here's Zach Purton on board, race 8, number 1. All but 1 last time out. I think he'll hold them out this time round. Long shot, Winning Faith. Tommy Berry on board, stepping up from 1,000 to 1,200. He's just starting to put all the pieces together, and we'll work around him as far as the play is concerned in that race, along with Master Albert and All You Need. It's pretty hard to hold out. Hopefully Winning Faith gets involved and throws in a bit of value to the QP selections as well. So that's...
No pressure there on Tommy with the long shots.
No.
Both yours and Paul's.
There we go. He's up to it.
We will find out. So Pokoi Cup, the feature, and then we've got a Thursday meeting coming at Happy Valley. Is that next week, week after?
It's the week after.
Week after, yeah.
But yes, and there's a day meeting as well at the Valley in the next month or so too. So
they're always good fun.
They are. Yeah, plenty of excitement coming up.
Looking forward to that. Well, that's the show. Thanks for watching. So on behalf of Paul Brett and the rest of the team, hopefully we'll see you at Shartin when we will be racing to win.
Good night. Good night.